US presidential elections are just a few days away now. Will Kamala Harris pave her way into the Oval Office, or will Donald Trump make its way back to the White House? Indian American voters are set to play an important part in the election, and our correspondent Susan gets you the latest. She spoke to Utsav Sanduja, who's the founder and chairman of Hindus for America First. Utsav, who has been actively working to engage Indian American voters, has endorsed Donald Trump. Here's what Susan gathered in her interview. Take a look at this excerpt.
And can you talk about relations between India and the United States? There is this conception that ultimately it may not matter who occupies the White House because relations are so favorable at this point. Do you agree with that?
So what needs to be known is that Kamala Harris in September 2019 in Houston, Texas, was asked a question about the ongoing human rights situation in Indian Kashmir. And her response was very telling. She actually said, as commander-in-chief, that America leads with its values and that she would intervene in the Kashmir conflict against India to enforce these human rights issues. And so these words have never been denounced by her. She's never walked away from that. And people are very concerned about this because India is a nuclear power. And if America, a fellow nuclear power, gets into a conflict with India, that's going to be a disaster. And it's very telling because she used the phrase commander-in-chief, which signifies military authority. President Trump, on the other hand, always has believed from the get-go that the internal affairs of India is its internal affairs. He does not want to solve the Kashmir conflict. It's not a conflict that he's interested in, unless India and Pakistan want to. He respects the Shimla Accord. Kamala Harris does not. This is something that needs to be discussed about. Under President Biden-Harris, we've seen these Khalistani radicals that have essentially been given a lot of free rein. They've been platformed by this government. They were even consulted when Prime Minister Modi was visiting America. And that concerns Indian Americans who are facing rampant Hindu phobia and discrimination from these radical Khalistanis who are attacking them, destroying their mandirs, coming after their families. And they also don't like the fact, these Indian Americans don't like the fact that these Khalistanis are trying to subvert the Indo-US relationship, as we see in Canada, for example, between the Indians and the Canadians. President Trump is very much about relationship building. He wants to use trade as a way to build peace. He wants everyone to be wealthy and rich. He does not want political problems and ongoing conflicts. I think Trump is right for this community and the relationship between India and America.